Assalamu alaikum. This is Sheikh Ruhel, lecturer in English, Muhibur Rahman Academy, Sylhet. Dear students, welcome to Muhibur Rahman Academy online class. How are you? I hope you are keeping well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Now you are staying at home and you are safe. It's very good. You will be glad to know that today I'm going to talk about changing sentence. Today's class is for class 9 to 12. Actually, this class is not only important for class 9 to 12. It's also important for BCS exams, job exams, or any admission test. So, I would like to share with you how can change into a compound sentence into a complex sentence or simple sentence. Please open your notebook, and when you get any important points, you can write down. Okay, dear students, let's get started. But first of all, I want to ask, how can we identify a compound sentence? Do you know? Do you know anybody? Okay, don't worry. I'm going to share with you how can we identify a compound sentence. In a compound sentence, there will be and, but, or, etc. So according to these rules, there is but. He is poor, but he is honest. So there is but. So we can find it's a compound sentence. Now, if we want to make it complex, just instead of this word, we have to use though or although. He is poor, he is honest. So, without this word, there is no change. There is no change. So, now if we want to make it simple, instead of this word, we have to use in spite of or despite his poverty. It is the possessive form of subject. In spite of or despite his poverty, he is honest. Like this way, we have to change it. We have to change into compound, into complex or simple. He was terribly unhappy, but he did not blame anybody. So, instead of this word, we have to use though or although. He was terribly unhappy, he did not blame anybody. So, in a compound sentence, there will be and, but, or. If you get this type of sentence, like or related any compound sentence, you have to make it complex. If we have to make it complex, same way, same these rules. So same way, though he was terribly unhappy, he did not blame anybody. Now we have to make it simple. In spite of his being terribly unhappy, in spite of his being terribly unhappy, he did not blame anybody. Dear students, I hope you have understood the matter. So if you understand, I think you can change into a compound sentence into a complex sentence or simple sentence. Like this way, the old man has 7 children, but he lives alone. So there is but. We know that in a compound sentence, there will be and, but, or. So we get here but. So according to these rules, the sentence is compound. Now if we want to make it complex, instead of this word, we have to use though or although. Without though or although, there will be no change. The old man has 7 children. He lives alone. Understand? I hope. So, if we want to make it simple, just instead of this word, we have to use in spite of or despite. The old man's having 7 children. He lives alone. Dear students, we have finished but related compound sentence. Now we have to work or related. So, study hard or fail. So we know that in our compound sentence there will be and, but, or. So according to this sentence also compound sentence. Now if we want to change into complex, we have to use instead of this word, if you do not. When you get this type of compound sentence or related, so instead of word you have to use if you do not. If you do not study hard, you will fail. If we want to make it simple, just without then verb plus ing. Without studying hard, you will fail. Same this way. Leave this room or I will compel you to do so. So instead of this word, replace of this word, we have to use if you do not. So when you get any or related compound sentence, instead of or, replace of this word, you have to if you do not. Without, there is no change. Leave this room. If you do not leave this room, I will compel you to do so. Now if we want to make it simple, after using without, then verb plus ing. Without leaving this room, I will compel you to do so. Dear students, same this way, do as I suggest you or you will suffer. So, if we want change into complex, just instead of this word, we have to use if you do not. Few minutes ago, I have shared with you when you get in a compound sentence or, then you have to use if you do not. If you do not do as I suggest you, you will suffer. Now, if we want to make it simple, just we have to use without. After using without, verb plus ing. Without doing as I suggest you, you will suffer. So we have finished or related compound sentence. Then we have to start a different rule. Do the work and I shall pay you a handsome amount. So verb plus and. When you get in a compound sentence verb plus and, then we have to use if you. If you do the work, I shall pay you a handsome amount. Now, if we want to make it simple, we have to use y, preposition y, then verb plus ing. Look at the difference between two sentences. So, we have used there if you do not when we got or. Instead of or, we have to use if you do not. But and plus verb plus and, so we have to use if you. If you do the work, I shall pay you a handsome amount. Then we have to make it simple. By doing the work, I shall pay you a handsome amount. I hope you have understood. Dear students, Same this way, we have to change into compound to complex. So look at the board. Follow my example and he will feel better. So instead of this word, we have to use if he follows my example, he will feel better. He will feel better. Then same way, if we want to make it simple, by following my example. So last sentence I have shared with you how can change into a simple. So by following my example, he will feel better. Same way, do it and he will be punished. So if we change into complex, we have to use if you. If you do it, you will be punished. Then if we want to make it simple, by doing it, you will be punished. I hope understand. Dear learners, look at the board. We went to his office and we found him absent. So in our compound sentence, same subject. We went to his office and we found him absent. So this type of sentence, if we want to make it complex, so we have to use when, as or since. So when you get in a compound sentence, same subject. So this type of sentence you have to use when, as or since. When we went to his office, we found him absent. Now if we want to make it simple, verb plus ing. Going to his office, we found him absent. So dear learners, I hope you have understood. Inshallah, I think you will practice in your home. If you practice regularly, you will do better, there is no doubt. After watching this video, after watching this tutorial, you will feel better. Please give like, share and feedback. Inshallah, see you again in the next class. Bye bye.